The foundation of what I do comes from that phrase: a life well lived is a life of service. And where that came from is really the influence of my mom, my dad, and my grandparents. Why am I here this morning? Well, I'm blessed to be invited. And Shu, thank you, by the way, my friend. Thank you for starting and continue to have this wonderful group that we're in. So thank you. And Shu reached out to me and shared with me and asked me if I can be part of the group. And I said, yes, of course, I would love to be part of the group. This morning, I will share with you a journey of my life. There are 3 things that I'll be sharing with you, and each point I'll be sharing a part of my journey in my own life. There are 3 things. The 3 things I'll be sharing with you is what are the excuses that I have used in my life that has prevented me from moving forward, from achieving my goal, from really fulfilling the joy that I know I would love to experience. And maybe you can relate to these 3 things, or maybe you know someone who might be battling or struggling, facing these 3 challenges that I'm about to share you. I'm 52 years old, and I started my college degree when I was 48. As you can tell, I didn't take my school seriously when I was young. So when I was 48 years old, I told myself, you know what, Jomer, be honest. What do you really want to do? And what is it that will give you a lot of joy and satisfaction from this point on moving forward? And I said, you know what, I would love to have a career in nursing degree. And the reason behind it is because 1, my wife is a nurse, and 2, not only it will help me have a stable income, but also I would love to use it as a way of serving other people. And I would love to be part of a Doctors and Nurses Without Borders, visiting third world country, providing medical help. As a matter of fact, me and my wife have talked about that about a year ago. So that's one of my drive, why I want to become a nurse. And then so when I decided to pursue this degree, as a matter of fact, I'm still in school right now. Is that, but you're too old. You're 40 years old. But by the time you finish your degree, you'll be 55 if you're lucky. You know, again, because I'm working full time and I can only take 1 or 2 classes per semester. So I know it's going to take a lot longer. But I said, you know what? Here's a question I ask myself. Well, Jomer, guess what? You will be 52 or 53 or 50 old. It's just a matter of question is, will you have your college degree when that time comes? So being 34, 54, 53, it's not really an option. It will come. The option is, will you have your degree when that time comes? And will you be doing what you love to do, helping other people, volunteering your time with doctors and Nurses Without Borders, with you and your wife? So that's the question I ask sometimes. Sometimes it is what I call age excusitis. I'm too old to pursue my passion. I'm too old to pursue this career that I know will give me joy. I'm too old to pursue fill in the blank. Sometimes it is age excusitis. I'm too old. The other one is I'm too young. I'm working with, in our church that I attend, I'm working with young adults. Sometimes the reason I hear is that, well, I don't know, I'm too young to make a difference in the world. And sometimes it is, I'm too young excuse. I'm too young to offer something. When I tell them, I said, no, you're not. I said, you have life experience. You have learned lessons in your life that people who are younger than you can benefit from your life story, can benefit from your struggles, can benefit from the things that you learned that has helped you from the time you were 15 to now 19. And so you're not too young to influence and help other people. So that's the first thing, is what I call age excusitis. I'm wondering if you have been using that in your life, or you know someone. The second excuse that I use, and sometimes I hear other people use as well, is what I call past excusitis. Past excusitis. My past determine my future. Well, I failed in the past. What assurance do I have that I will not fail tomorrow? I started my wellness and fitness journey in 2008. I prepared for my exam for personal training, and the first time I took the exam, I failed. I studied so hard, and I said, I know I'm going to get this, I know I'm going to pass, only to find out I missed it by 4 points. I was so disappointed. And then the doubt kicked in. Am I really can I really pass this exam if I take it again? Yeah, well, what if I fail again? And all those questions of what if I can't, what if I don't have what it takes? And I stopped for a moment. I said, okay, one thing's for sure, Jomer. I said, if you don't take the exam, you're not going to pass. So I had to rethink. And I said, okay, what did you learn about this journey? How did you study? What is it that you can improve so that when you study again for the second exam, that you'll do better? So I had to rethink. I said, oh, I'm going to teach my own self. Well, when I study, I'll be vocalize what I'm learning instead of just reading it. Oh, I'll find someone and say, hey, can I share what I'm learning? So as I'm teaching them, I'm also remembering what I need to learn. So I'm happy to tell you that second time I passed with the flying colors. I didn't let my past of failure of not passing the exam to prevent me from taking the second exam. And because of that, I have been in this fitness and wellness journey since 2008. So what about you? Have you used your past failures to stop you from moving forward? Has your past failure prevent you from achieving the joy that you want to experience right now? Be honest. And I think that's one thing I've learned in my journey is honesty. I have to be honest about myself. I have to be honest. Jomer, why are you thinking this way? Why are you afraid to pursue this? So that's one thing I have to learn. I learned in my journeys. I have to be honest about how I think, how I feel. If this goal really is for me, or is it just for someone I want to feel good about? But really, I'm not taking ownership of it. It's just really, I want to make you happy. And so I have to be honest with my own life journey. The third thing is what I call STEAM exercises. What do I mean by STEAM exercises? Is the motivation, the drive, the fuel. Right? Sometimes I know in my own journey, it says, well, I want to pursue my business as a wellness fitness coach. Great, wonderful. But where's the motivation behind that? What's the fuel that will move me forward? Years ago, I gave an example, and I gave a talk at Oracle where I used to work. And I said, you can have a very powerful car, let's say a Corvette with a very powerful engine, a beautiful car, 300 horsepower. I said, you can have a very powerful car with powerful engine, but that car, if it does not have any fuel, it's not going anywhere, regardless how strong and powerful that engine is. And I said, you need to have fuel to get that car moving. Well, they said it's the same thing for me and for you, I said to them. You might have a beautiful, powerful goal that will impact your life tremendously and other people in an amazing way. But if you don't have the fuel or the drive, the reason behind why, most likely you're not going to move towards that, whatever that is that you want to move forward to. So I had to ask myself and pursue my nursing, because as I started to pursue my nursing school, I failed. There's some classes that I thought I was going to do, and only to find out I got a D. And I had to find the drive, the motivation to stick with it, to push through. And so what drives me? So here's what drives me. Let me share with you. As a Christian, one of the things that pushes me to move forward when I feel down, when I feel like, I feel like giving up. There's a wisdom that I've learned. It says God's grace are new every morning, and they are sufficient to whatever struggles that I will face. It's God's grace. I repeat that every day. It's God's grace are sufficient every morning, and they are enough to help me go through my day. There's another thing that helped me to push through when I want to give up is taking action. Taking action. So what can I do right now that will move me from this slump? Is it a push-ups? Is it a jumping jack? Whatever it is, take an action that will move you forward to the things that you want to do. It could be a business, for example, and you don't have the motivation to do it, or you feel kind of down because your business is not moving where you want it to be. You say, what's one thing that I can do? that will change my mindset. A lot of the speakers talk about mindset. What is one thing? Oh, okay, I'll call one prospect. Yeah, I know, or I'll call my partner. Now, whatever it is, do something that will make you feel good. It could be as simple as making a phone call. I said, hey, can I share you what I'm going through, and can you give me some feedback? And sometimes that's all it needs. It's a simple act that will generate the fuel that we need to move forward, to press forward, to keep moving forward. So those are the 3 things that I myself struggle in my own life, and maybe you can relate to them. As I said, using age as an excuse. I'm too young, I'm too old, or my past, excusitis, I failed in the past. What if I failed again? What if you don't? What if you what if you succeed? And the 3rd thing is the motivation, the drive, the fuel. Do you have that? Where does it come from? What fuels you? What lights you up? What gives you joy? What gives you excitement? What forces you to wake up in the morning and say, yes, another beautiful day? Let me close with this. One of the things that I'm working on right now is a program. A lot of you guys shared your own programs that you have created or currently working. I created a program. Really, the program really all started about myself. Pillars for life transformation and health. And it has 5 components. I'll finish in about 1 minute. And there are, first, taking ownership. Unless I take ownership, nothing will change. Second, awareness. What is really happening in my life? And be honest. Things that I like, things I don't like. The 3rd thing is honesty. Be honest. I say, Elmer, be honest. Do you really like what's happening? If not, make some changes. The 4th one is be resilience, pushing through. The last one is take action that will move me forward. I thank you all. I wish you well. May you continue to live a life that serves others, continue to grow, and continue to serve. Anshu, thank you. JB, back to you.